Now, like a bad smell, it seems Kamala Harris just won't go away despite her disastrous presidential campaign in 2024. Remember that? Followed by virtually disappearing off the face of the earth. It looks like our old friend is thinking about having another crack.
Will you run again?
I haven't decided.
You're still thinking about it.
I might. Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
Please, Kamala, on the behalf of everybody who watches the U.S. Report, please run because we're going to have so much fun. And I'd say this is actually good news for the Republicans because, again, she's not the most popular of candidates. But as it turns out, none of them are.
This is just a total clown car. It is a total mess. There is no clear front runner at this particular point on the Democratic side. Who the heck knows who the nominee is going to be in 2 years?
Well, joining me now to discuss this is comedian and commentator, the great Alex Stein. Alex, welcome to the program here. I think this is absolutely hilarious because, 6 months ago, all the troops were lining up behind Gavin Newsom, and now it's like this full court press to make Gavin look like he's really smart and clever, like the Fredo Corleone of Democratic politics. But, now all these other people have other ideas. What's going on?
Honestly, I don't even think they don't have any idea what's going on. They have a clown car, just like CNN said. I think that was a great adjective to use for their party. And they don't even have a driver. I mean, it's literally a clown car without a driver. I think if all of these people were put into a room and you just had to ask the average American to pick, they would probably pick AOC.
Oh, look, I think you're right. I think AOC, and I've said it on this program before, is absolutely a chance at least for a vice presidential slot. So this is all waiting to be seen here. But let's move on to the present here, back from the future, because the President Trump is taking aim at somebody I didn't expect he would say should be deported. Well, it's Robert De Niro, who was front and center of the lame State of the Swamp counter address, which I spoke about earlier in the program. Trump took to Truth Social, saying he should be shipped off with Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, saying they should actually get on a boat with Trump deranged Robert De Niro, another sick and demented person, I believe, with an extremely low IQ, who has absolutely no idea what he is doing or saying, some of which is seriously criminal. Now, putting aside Trump's rant, what I think is funny is that De Niro, who played everybody from Raging Bull Jake LaMotta to Jimmy Conway in Goodfellas to Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver, turns out in real life to be such a low-energy weenie.
You're exactly right, James. And he is a phenomenal actor. I mean, his resume is probably better than most actors could ever dream of being. But when it comes to his political viewpoints, he's an idiot. And I think it's very obvious that he is just some sort of left-wing, idiot, really, at the end of the day. And this is why they say you shouldn't idolize celebrities or politicians, because that's like thinking the stripper actually likes you. And trust me, the politicians doesn't like you, the strippers don't like you. And I think Robert De Niro is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, so you're going to put away your roll of dancing dollars there for Robert De Niro. Hey, Alex, I want to talk about something else that could be, I don't know if it's a joke or if it's serious or not, and I want some of your guidance here. Now, the White House is apparently going to direct agencies, including Defense, to begin releasing government files on aliens and extraterrestrial life. And this started after this little interview that dropped the other day with Barack Obama.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51.
I mean, the journalist there, he's not winning any Pulitzers. He gets this great line from Obama, and he doesn't say, well, where are the aliens? What are they? But apparently Trump has responded to this, and they are now saying that information that's been gathered, they are going to start putting it out. Here's Pete Hegseth.
We've got our people working on it right now. I don't want to oversell how much time it will take, right? We're digging in. We're going to be in full compliance with that executive order, eager to provide that for the president. So there'll be more coming on that as far as the process of what we'll do.
Do you think aliens exist?
We'll see. I get to do the review and find out along with you.
Forget the Epstein files. These files could really blow those off the front page. What do you think, though? Is the truth out there? Is there something that we don't know?
I mean, James, I'm a big tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist guy. So when you ask me about aliens, I do think that there probably are some sort of like interdimensional demonic spirits that can probably take somebody's soul or take over our body. So I believe that there are probably some sort of non-human being that are here with us on Earth, but it's probably not your typical, flying saucer type alien. But I think it's very obvious that we're not alone in the universe, and those people that are here with us, I think there are people that have discovered them before us. It's like, how are the pyramids built? How are a lot of stuff built before we're here? So I wouldn't be surprised if they tell us that there are some sort of interdimensional creatures that are here with us on Earth.
Well, Alex, that might actually explain what happened to Joe Biden. Maybe he was actually taken over by one of these alien phantasms, but they had the gravity wrong from their own dimension, and then they couldn't walk up the stairs and ride a bike all of a sudden. There was also a bit of comedy this week. I thought this was hilarious, and I know as a comedian you will have found this funny too. There was a story that Donald Trump faced some questions this week about whether he called into a TV show so that he could have a rant about the Supreme Court striking down his tariffs plan. Now, let me just play this. Have a look at this, and then let's talk about it.
This is John Barron, and this is the worst decision you ever have in your life, practically. This is a terrible decision. And you have Hakeem Jeffries, he's a dope, and you have Chuck Schumer, who can't cook a cheeseburger. Of course these people are happy. But true Americans will not be happy. And you have the woman earlier, I assume she's a woman, she's a Democrat, but she said she's disgraced. She's devastated.
All right,
by
John.
this.
Was this the greatest prank ever? Because the caller used the name John Barron, which is a pseudonym that apparently Trump used to use in the 80s and 90s when he was in real estate.
I would have to say that this impersonator was doing the old Trump 5D chess move by even using Trump's old pseudonym. But at the end of the day, I even know personal Trump impersonators that are better than that. So I know for a fact that was not President Trump. But he's the most impersonated guy in the world. So anybody that actually believes that's him, I think they need to come to Jesus. They need to realize that was obviously a prank and not real.
Thanks so much, Alex, for your time. Really appreciate it as always.